welcome back to Patio Dreams. So if you are new here, my name is Marine, and on my channel I do mostly polymer clay crafts and some home decor ideas and DIYs, things like that. So in today's video I want to show you a summer and beach home decor idea completely out of polymer clay, which is a clam shell or oyster shell ring dish, which I have made completely out of scrap polymer clay. But that doesn't mean you need to try the same with the scrap clay. You can choose whatever clay that is available to you, polymer clays or air dry clay, any clay that is available to you. And you can actually choose the size you want. You can make as big as you want. I'll be showing a very medium sized ring dish, like a clam ring dish. So I hope this is a perfect home decor for your beachside home, and also it is perfect for your vanity or table or tabletops or dressers, things like that. And I hope this is going to be a great piece of art with polymer clay, and I hope you guys gonna enjoy this video. And I have thoroughly enjoyed the process of making this clamshell ring dish. This is a super easy home decor ideas for this summer, and I know this is too little late, but I hope this makes sense. And let's jump right into the video. As I said earlier, this is my scrap clay. So it's not a lot, but I wanted to make use of these scrap clays, so here I am. So this is a scrap clay project, but you can choose white polymer clay. I think that's the best color, or you can choose whatever color you like. But I have decided to work with my scrap clay today, so I'll be talking a lot about my trashy scrap clay. Okay, so let's condition this clay. I think that's the most difficult part, because some clay is harder than I thought, so I might need a little longer process and conditioning. So I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid polymer clay to make it a little smoother, and then I'm gonna condition it like in the pasta machine and also with my hands. Since I have mixed multiple colors of scrap clay, I don't know what will be the color I'm gonna get. So I'm conditioning it multiple times until I get a solid color. So yeah, after running through maybe 1,000 times through the pasta machine, this is the color I got. This is like a dark purple color, and I wanted to make 2 balls out of it because we are going to make a trinket dish and with a flap. So I wanted to make 2 balls. So I got 2 balls here, and now the real process or the making of a trinket dish starts. Now let's just knead that clay into a flat sheet of polymer clay. But remember, we need a little bit of thickness. We do not need that clay sheet to be very thin. So it should be really thick. And we need to shape that into a seashell or the clam shape. So as you all know, a clam shape is like the one end is like a pointed and the other end is like wide. So I'm trying to shape that into a clam shape like so. So one end needs to be pointed and the other end is like a wide shape. So this is how I'm going to shape it into a seashell or clam shell design. And this is we want to do the same onto the other piece of polymer clay. As you can see here, I'm not trying to get it so perfect. Like, I just need a little bit of shape, but I'm not trying to get it as perfect as a clam or a seashell should be. So I am trying to make the other piece of clay into the same shape. As you know, we are making an open clamshell ring dish. So this is the reference picture I got. You can see this on the top left of the screen. So I got this from Pinterest. So this is the clamshell I'm trying to make. So as you can see here, there is some kind of structure, like a wavy structure is there on the opening edge of this clam body. So I'm trying to create that structure. For that, you might need a sculpting tool, which is more like a ball sculpting tool, like this. So we are going to shape that wavy shape with this kind of a ball shaped sculpting tool. And as you can see here, this is how I'm going to create that wavy shape. So this is not at all a tedious job. It is pretty easy. If you have this kind of a tool, this is so easy. But don't worry if you don't have this kind of a tool. You try to create this kind of a shape with your own hands. It's pretty easy. You try to create some bulgings on with intervals on this one end of this sheet, and the other end should be like a pointed end. And you need to repeat the same onto the other clay sheet. And also try to create some kind of details on the other side of the body, like the back of the body, like this. Some details like this, give it some shape or texture like this, and that's it. So now the next step is to join these two clay sheets and form that into a clamshell shape. To achieve that open shape clam trinket dish, and it is important to make sure the flap remain open during the baking. For that, I am placing an aluminum foil ball in between the flaps, that just like you see in this video. So here is the process. First, make a medium-sized aluminum foil ball and place it on the middle of first clay sheet. Then cover the foil with other clay sheet and join the pointed ends using liquid Sculpey. And here it is. This is how it looks now. This is the process we have done so far. So now next we need to bake it. So during the entire process of baking, we need that aluminum foil in that position to keep it the shape intact. So the next step, we are going to pop this into the oven and wait for a while until it's get completely baked and cooled down. So before baking, I just thought to give it a last minute final details. So I'm using a toothpick to give some scores, some lines. I'm just drawing just randomly by freehand to give it some organic or natural or realistic look. But this step is completely optional, so you can simply avoid this and you can bake this. I just thought to give it some more details to look more realistic. So I'm giving some lines on the top flap only, and then we can go ahead and bake this. So it's me on the next day. The clamshell is as hard as a real clamshell and it is perfectly baked and cured. But as you can see, it doesn't look like a real clamshell. So I'm thinking about painting it into a teal or aqua color. But this step is completely optional. As I said in the beginning, if you are making it with a white color polymer clay or a color of your choice, then you may not need to color it again. But in my case, it is not the color I wanted, so I am trying to give it a new look. So first, cover it with white color paint. Then mix equal parts of blue and green and add a little bit of white to get a teal color, and I'm going to paint it completely in teal color. And here it is. This is the color I got. I think it's perfect, and I don't know whether you can see as teal color on the camera, but I think it's good. So now I'm going to paint the edges with gold color paint. Finally, I wanted to touch a little bit of silver color paint onto the top of this clamshell to give it a little shine, because you know the clam is always under the water, so it has a natural shine. So I just thought it is the best way to give that shine. Finally, I'm going to glue a small piece of polymer clay ball onto the center of this clamshell, just as a reference of a pearl inside a clam. Actually, this polymer clay ball was already with me, so I just painted in the same color as the clam, and I'm going to glue this inside as a reference of the pearl inside a clam. After gluing this ball inside the clamshell, this is going to reduce the space inside that clamshell. So if you want to use this as a trinket dish, I suggest you to skip this step because that is going to reduce that space. But for me, I'm truly using this as a decor piece for my vanity table. So I just thought to go with this. And this is the final look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, toodles!